Good morning, beautiful. I hope that you slept well. I hope that you are having an amazing start to your day. If you haven't gotten your coffee or breakfast yet, go ahead, pause this and go get it. Or keep me on as background noise. Really, it's up to you. It's your daily insight on life and love for March 16th, 2021. Look at what we're looking at here. Whoa, whoa. All right, so if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the bell for notifications. It's sometimes entertaining here. If this doesn't resonate, just hang around, join my shenanigans, or get back to work, probably like you should. But anyways, I hope that this finds you well. If this resonates, awesome. If you have questions about booking a session, email address is in the description. So look, we're kicking this off with the Two of Cups. Lots of wand energy. This is passion. This is mental. This is awesome. So with the Two of Cups, yeah, we can talk about these amazing, life changes. This is personal. This is about you getting your cup filled. Look at how gingerly he's looking into her cup. It's very caring. And also, it's having your anxieties about the situation confronted. Look at, that is the, I want to say the solar plexus color, the chakra color. I'm going with yellow. That works on the nerves. It's not comfortable, but look, it's coming up towards what needs to be healed right now. It seems so loud, dramatic even. How can that be if this, oh, yeah, I know what it is. Because the lion is Leo energy. Leo is dramatic. And I can say that. I have some Leo in my chart. So, okay. What you fear is going to approach you in such a way where you have no other choice but to let this digest. To let this be gradual. If it hit you all at once, this would be a totally different story. But look at what we have here. I still see that you're guarded and your defenses are up. I see that this is a long, long trip for you, a long mental and emotional trip for you. You got to talk it out. It's going to be met with compassion. And you want to know what? It's not going to be as hard as you believe it is. There's so much life force and energy healing around this. It's really going to take that weight off your mind. And I think that that's something that you've been carrying for so long that you don't even recognize that it's there. It's a lot of healing energy. And I think that it's beautiful. Yes, you can defend yourself all you want, but you know what? You can be defenseless and still have this great outcome. You can be completely open and vulnerable. This, it looks like you have jumped, not realities, I'm not saying that at all, life path. You have gone on to a completely different path. You have actively exited out of one section, done a pivot, gone another way. Oh my God. So look, this is going to cause a lot of change super fast. And this, it also refers to incoming communication. So this might be happening through email, video, could be happening through text. It could be happening through smoke signals. Whatever communication is, it's going to be happening fast. But not to the point where you do a dead sprint away from it. This is balance. So much balance coming into play. But it's aligning with your passion. And I can say that because the wands. I'm all about that. I think that this is intellectually driving you too. It doesn't have to be a mountain in front of you. It does have to be consistent, and it does feel drawn out. But I also think that that's essential. I do. All right, you. So, all the mini reads point to this. So go ahead. I'm not feeling pulled to use all of them right now, but go ahead and check the timestamp. It's ridiculous. So, dearest wonderful you, this is going to be a message from either your main spirit guide or from a loved one who's crossed over. Can you dig it? All right. So, dearest wonderful you, to help you manifest a life of the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all of your desires, no matter what kind, like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some may bring you too much attention or invite negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow and let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positive intentions take to the wind? Your desires count and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful and to share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways that you can't possibly know. All right, we know you and we love you so deeply, and we are so happy to support you. Somebody really loves you up there. All right, you want to know what? Because some of you are going to be snarky, and I have a good idea who that would be. It's not just somebody. There's so many people on the other side and over here who love you. Even if they don't always show it, even if you haven't talked to them in a while, your name has been in rooms you haven't been in a while. And it's for you too. It's pro you. And if it's against you, guess what? They're still fans. You know why? Because they can't get over you. They can't shut up about you. All right, you know exactly who I'm talking about. All right, I'm going to put these in. We're going to look at what the why is and then the guidance. So why is this happening? Why? Why is this a thing? All right, you. What are we looking at? What is the why? You've taken so much charge of your life. I feel like you were lost in la la land for so long, and I'm not berating you on that one. I think that la la land is beautiful. I've been there myself. I have frequent flyer miles to there. It's great. Now this is talking about coming back down to earth and still maintaining that space in the clouds. How can you get a fusion of the two worlds and still maintain some form of reality and practicality? This is saying that you have come to manage that. And you have taken a lot of charge of your life, not giving it to the whim of other people to rob you of power and make these decisions for you. And I know that this has been something that has probably been an issue for you in the past, where you've left the decision up to others. So that ding might be validation. Oh, yeah. So I think you've come to a point in your life where you don't care about what anyone could possibly say about you or what actions they could take. We have the King of Cups in reverse. We're pouring out that gauntlet, giving some too. But I see that this is you acting very solely for yourself, which is kind of essential, and I don't think that you've done it for a while. I want more. I want more on this. So great. We're getting rid of this emotional struggle. We're learning how to use our words in a way that is productive. We are speaking kindly of ourselves, and I think that the help that's coming from the friend is going to give you a bigger perspective. All right, the King of Swords and then the Ten of Cups. Assertive action towards your happiness. Well, now what I love about that is this has been something that has been stressing you out for quite some time. But I think, yeah, look. You've given your happiness away to so many people, and it's been insecure, and it's been something that has, in a negative way, rocked your world. A lot of heartache around this. So what I see in this is you becoming the magical manifestor, getting into the divine feminine energy, and still maintaining a sense of the divine masculine with the King of Swords energy. Where is it? Where'd you go? This is your See, look. He's doing things that he knows that he has to for himself in order to just be able to survive. There was just a point of surviving in your life. With so much disappointment, with so much neglect, yeah, to survive, you had to zone in and focus on yourself. I think you have a clear idea of what could make you happy in this life, and I think that you're willing to experiment with it to see exactly how deep that rabbit hole goes. Yeah, we have the 9 of Pentacles. An ending of dependency in your life, an ending of nervousness. And with the bird on this, it's giving a real sense of freedom. You've really grown into this freedom, and I think that it was so gradual that you didn't even notice it until just one day you sat back and looked how different everything was. Like over the course of years even. It happens so gradually that you don't feel until one day you just look back and you are a totally different person in a totally different world. And so many aspects of what made you you had to die off, and those were bitter, cruel, and painful deaths of you. I don't think that you're a coward. I think that you're brave. There's a saying that a coward dies 1,000,000 times before they actually do die. I forget who said that. But what I'm getting here, hi, cat. What I'm getting here is you had to die 1,000,000 times in order to get this sense of strength. So look. You're there, baby. All right. So that's the why. What's the advice? What's the advice? How can we move this along, eh? Come on out with it. Stay in your lane. If you must maintain these relationships, if you're not ready to let everything just go to the wind, just keep them out of arm's reach. Love yourself enough to be unaffected by other people's insecurities or input. It's not you, it's a reflection of the work that they refuse to do in themselves. And there's literally nothing you can do about it. You can send them all the love and light you want. That's like, you can send them all the love and light that you want. It's not going to be absorbed by somebody who isn't ready, and they're on their own journey, and they have to do this their own way. And it'll be waiting outside of them for that moment where they get that little break inside of them, and all the pain can start to seep out and all the healing can start to go in. That's where the remnants of you resides inside of them. I know how crazy that sounds, but you can't force something that isn't ready. Okay. We have the 4 and 6 of Cups. The 5 of Swords, but that's in reverse. There's so much about these past conditions in people that just made it feel like no matter what, you were going to have to settle. You were going to have a sense of loss. You were going to step away with your tail between your legs, so to speak. Well, we have 4, 5, and 6. As you ascend, you let the past go. You move on from it. You keep the fond memories, and then you stop hurting yourself by trying to get everybody to see where you are and how you are and what has changed inside of you and how far you've come and how possible this amazing life could be. You can't get them to see what they're not ready to see. You have to take this journey for yourself. You have nothing to prove to anybody. So that's the advice. Do this for you, not for the proof of anybody. And that actually brings me to another one of the mini reads. All right, where is it? My nose itches. Yes, I know. I'm probably going to fight somebody. Let's do this. All right. the stories that you had told yourself about yourself to yourself. This is really talking about how it's never something that really began with you. These are exhausting, exasperating, and it's something that you really need somebody to pull you out of, and I don't think that they had stepped up. So I see that you had to sit there with the inner inventory and really sort out your feelings about yourself. It's literally yourself, and all the ways of which you didn't deserve something, or all the ways that you would have some sort of light shown negatively upon you. It's this fear of being so loud and boisterous that you would be ridiculed for it. That's not the case here. So we have guide, represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. And we have story. So the ability to experience life through stories and symbols. I don't know if you've noticed, but you've lived. And I think that you've lived a very long and detailed life. I think that it's had many elements to it. So what have you gathered from all of those situations about your human interaction? When somebody made you feel horrible about yourself, when they made you question your value, what was being said to you? What about those words did you ingest and just cling on to? So this, I see that you picking apart those words. I see you picking apart those scenarios and seeing what's underneath it. And it feels like this untouched land. And you know when you turn over a rock, there's all these little tunnels that have been created either by bugs or worms or what have you. It hasn't been touched in a while. And I think that you, your core, your inner you, was trying to somehow create new tunnels inside of yourself to have some sort of escape, some sort of oxygen get to you, breath of fresh air. So going with the people that you can't take with you, because I do see this and these amazing connections come into play. I think that it's somehow related to that draining energy. Who said this to you in such a way that you hung on to it? And how often did they do this to you? How often did they remind you of this? And when they stepped away, how often did you take their place to continue their job that they have done on you? How did that make you feel? When you were small and when you weren't making too much noise and you didn't outshine them, if you didn't get all that attention, how did that make you feel? That's something that needs to be translated, because I don't think that it's something that you would hold dear. I think it just, in a way, was okay to feel invisible for a while. But again, with that urge to come out, with that urge to be seen, with that urge to connect, you fought your way out. And this is all of the work that you did for yourself. It shouldn't go unnoticed. And I want you to actually sit there and notice this about yourself, and forget about whoever this is that can't see this change in you, who actually has this sense of, who do they think they are? Well, they're about to see whether or not they're ready to admit it to themselves. So we're going to get final cards from Spirit. What does it want to say to you? If you follow all of this advice, what is the likely avenue that this is going to take? You're going to find your happiness, but you have to be consistent and diligent on this path. You have to be ready to discard anything that is making you feel chaotic and making you feel like it's too much, too daunting. This is a long journey of soulmate energy, and it's big, amazing changes and happiness that you want for your life. And I think it's an untapped resource that's inside of you. And I feel like this is complete honest and integrity, not something that you're embellishing or that you have to swindle around others. And this is going to be something where you have to really focus on what Spirit is trying to give you in this situation. Focus on the feeling and the enlightenment and the positive feelings that are coming out of this. If something is causing you to feel negative, garbage even. Don't give it that energy. You can be loving and compassionate and still hold a very firm and assertive boundary. So I hope that this finds you well. You know that this doesn't end at midnight. This is a projection of your future based off of current events and circumstances. And if you choose to continue to follow this road, your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in depth, and intense. So if you have questions about a session, email address. There's a coronavirus sale going on. It's including everything. I really look forward to hearing from you. I hope that you have an amazing day. Go rock it. Go make it yours. I'll talk to you all soon. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. You're blocking manifestation. I know you're probably tired of hearing it. I'm sure this is not the first time you have heard it. You want this particular event in your life or this situation in your life you've been calling out to, and now that you're starting to see results, you're starting to think of all the ways that you don't deserve this. I really want you to talk to somebody outside of yourself who can give you a different perspective on the situation, who can be a cheerleader with you. Why do you think this about yourself? Why do you think that this is something that is just going to elude you? It's a really important connection that's coming in. What do you want? You know that you want this. You know that you want to have this. You know that you want to let yourself receive this. What are the blocks? They don't belong there. It's time for you to dissolve them. Let somebody help you. I hope that made sense. Stay safe, have fun. These stories that you tell yourself about yourself are such a self-fulfilling nightmare. You're really draining yourself of the happiness in the moment. Why do you have these stories in place? Who told you them? Who told you them enough to the point where you actually believe them? Why don't you feel like this is something that you can get excited about in your life? There is a very divine nature inside of you that's trying to get out. It's trying to be optimistic. It's time for you to sit there and really do some inventory on why you believe these things that you do about yourself. It's exasperating. And I don't think that it's in place by you, but you keep it there because it's a way of keeping you safe. Not necessarily happy, but safe. Even if the safe is something that is you running around in circles, totally unhealthy. Step into the unknown. You'll be happy that you did. I hope that made sense. Stay safe, have fun. All right, you know the deal. Think of a loved one. If nobody is showing up from the other side, that's fine. This is going to be a message from the main spirit guide. It's going to be good. So to help you manifest a life for the highest good, we invite you to examine your deepest desires. Imagine all of your desires, no matter what kind, like magic seed pods in a basket, glowing with infinite potential. Look closely at each one. Are you afraid that some might bring you too much attention and bring negative reactions from others? Is change too daunting? Are you afraid to stretch and grow? Let yourself be led forward and let the seeds of positivity and intentions take to the wind. Your desires count and you are worthy of them. They are essential for co-creating your world. Did you ever consider that when a desire comes from deep within you, it might be spirit moving you to create something beautiful to share with others? Some desires are infused with miraculous powers to move the heart and influence the world in ways you can't possibly know. We know you and we love you so deeply, and we are so happy to support you. I like that. It really does go with the, hey, you're blocking yourself. You're playing yourself, really. What are you going to do? Stop it. They really do have your back. Talk to you in a minute. Well, what I see here is you're getting this flow coming in. And I mean that in the best sense. We're talking abundance here. We're talking materialistic things that you can really grasp onto. However, you're doing this thing where you're hanging on to it like it's about to be ripped away from you, like taking candy from a baby. And honestly, who does that? Nobody in their right mind. That's the only right answer. But why do you have to cling to this? This is not something that has an end. This isn't something that is going to be ripped from you. Holding on to this too tightly is going to rob you of the joy that this will bring to you. So how can you create a constant flow? Because you're stopping that progress right now. So what can't others see that you do? What do you want? This is all your vision and mind coming to the material world. Play with it. I hope that it made sense. Talk to you in a minute.